I want to talk about some breaking news right now that nobody's talking about. It has nothing to do with politics. It's much more important than that. Much more important. I was shocked that CNN actually reported on this story. So I want to show it to you. It is, let me pull up the article and then I'm going to break it down for you. I also have a blog about this. If you're not subscribed to my blog, let me get you the QR code. You need to subscribe to Professor Toto's daily blog. I did a blog about this, and now I'm going to show you CNN is reporting this with a few other, but it's not being talked about, and it may be the most important news in the whole world today. But have no fear, the watcher of we, the people, keeps his eyes on such things, so you are never uneducated. Don't be an onion. If you don't watch Professor Toto, you'll be uneducated, uninformed, unadvised, uncomforted. Don't be an onion. Always watch Professor Toto, and then you'll know about this story right here. Let me share it with you. CNN reported it, blew my mind. AI analysis of ancient handwriting gives new age estimates for the Dead Sea Scrolls. CNN reported this. And it blew my mind. Why did it blow my mind? Because some of my other sources have reported it, but I expected them to. But I'm not going to read the article to you, but all of you should know what the Dead Sea Scrolls are. If you don't, I don't have time to teach that tonight. But if you'll read my blog, you'll read all about it. But here's what I do want to focus in on. The book of Daniel in the Word of God is one of the most dynamic books in all of the Bible. As a matter of fact, I just spent 17 weeks teaching on the book of Daniel. You can find all of those classes on our YouTube site or our app. If you've not downloaded our app, look for First Harvest Ministries in the Google Store or the Android or the Apple Store. First Harvest Ministries. All of those Daniel teachings are there. They'll transform your life. However, Daniel is such a prophetically precise book. You see that statue there? You know that those statues represented the world empires that would rise after Daniel was long dead and gone. They're so specific that it prophesied the coming of Alexander the Great. It prophesied the coming of King Darius and King Cyrus. It prophesied the Roman Empire. It prophesied the Ottoman Empire. It prophesied the separating of the Roman Empire into two legs, the West and the East. It also prophesied Great Britain and the United States of America. I know you're like, whoa, what are you talking about? I know your church doesn't teach that part, but you need to go watch my teachings. It'll change your life forever. Now, the problem is this. The book of Daniel was in the Dead Sea Scrolls. It is the oldest copy that we have of the book of Daniel. For many years, the skeptics always said, no, the book of Daniel was written after the fact because they carbon dated the book of Daniel, and they confirmed that the carbon dating puts the book of Daniel after all of those events. And therefore, they were written after the fact, not before the fact, and totally destroying the prophetic power of the book of Daniel. until this story broke this week. It has now been confirmed that they were wrong. In fact, the book of Daniel is proven by science to have been written exactly in the time of Daniel, proving once again that Napoleon Bonaparte said this about the Word of God. He said it is a living creature and it devours everything that gets in its path. Well, these skeptics got in the path of the word of Yahweh, and they have been devoured once again. Listen to me carefully. Science will always prove the word of Yahweh. Always. You see, the word of Yahweh doesn't have to catch up with science. Science is still trying to catch up with it. And every time it does, it proves it more and more and more. So I wanted to share that with you tonight because nobody else is. All right.